Well, Ben, we're back.
We sure are. More powerfully than ever. We've got 10 ringside fans that have been selected here with leather belts around the ring because this is our main event we waited for. Kyle Matthews against Jimmy Rave. You know, Kyle Matthews has waited for a long time to get his hands on Jimmy Rave. We need to keep Jimmy Rave in the ring somehow. Perhaps this will get the job done.
And it's all come down to this. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, because if they get out of the ring, either one is at risk of being strapped by one of these great fans around ringside. During the commercial break, General Manager Sal Rinauro out here selecting the fans in an open raffle. And now Jimmy Rave is looking at the inevitable.
The fans are taunting him with those belts.
It is the fan strap match. Introducing first, he is from the underground, weighing in at 201 pounds, Jimmy Rave.
You think Jimmy Rave might try to stay in the ring this time? But, you know, being in the ring with Kyle Matthews, I don't know what is worse, being strapped by 10 people or the fury of Kyle Matthews, because Kyle Matthews has had enough of Jimmy Rave.
Well, this is going to be one of those matches where Jimmy Rave is going to have to really pick his spots. He's got one of the most dangerous opponents of his career in Kyle Matthews. And if he doesn't focus on that, he's going to end up outside the ring where someone's going to remind him that the ring may be the safer place to be.
Georgia, weighing in at 180 pounds. Please give it up for Kyle Matthews.
And there's Kyle Matthews. Should find a better guy there inside the ring or out. This man, Jimmy Rave, may bring out the worst in Kyle Matthews. Started out as his mentor of Kyle Matthews, and then just turned his back on the boy.
Well, it was, from all analysis, an abusive relationship from the beginning, and it was much more about Jimmy Rave than it ever was about Kyle Matthews. Matthews found that out the hard way, but now I think Jimmy Rave is going to find out that paybacks are interesting.
And the referee, Dustin Robinson, now trying to get these two separated, give instructions for the match. The bell will sound in
Hey,
just a
Dustin,
moment.
wait. I just remembered. Before you start this match, all these blows to my head, they're really killing me. There's an 11th person that's going to be out here with the strap.
Okay, so we're gonna
Ladies
have
and
11.
gentlemen, Sal Rinauro!
Oh, so Sal Rinauro also gets a leather strap. So now we have 11 people around the ring. 10 fans and 1 GM. And the leather will be flying. And I'm sure Jimmy Rave will be crying if he leaves this ring.
Well, and the match is on, and we've been waiting for weeks for this particular match. And if you are watching us on Fox, on the My Network TV, or on the internet, this is what we've all been waiting for. Jimmy Rave, Kyle Matthews, fan strap match.
The fans are just daring him to come out of the ring. He almost went out. I think he forgot. And he's realizing very quickly there's nowhere to go here. There's 4 corners.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And Kyle Matthews now sizing him up. Lock up in the ring. Collar and elbow. Side headlock by Jimmy Rave. Rave in the ropes. And Kyle's trying to put him out there.
And Matthews
trying to get the fans a leg, maybe a whole body.
Oh, and that was close. The kids on that side were rearing back.
We got fans of all sizes out there.
I've been involved with many of these matches in my career as a promoter, and I'll tell you from experience, the kids are the ones you got to be careful for. They don't hold back at all.
I believe so, and I think Jimmy Rave realizes there's no safe place around this ring, and now obviously no safe place in the ring either. Throw him out, the fans are saying, throw him out. Throw him to the wolves, so to speak. Locking up again. Good go behind. Has him around the waist and full arm twist into a wrist lock by Kyle Matthews.
Don't ever forget, though, Jimmy Rave, a consummate professional wrestler. Very storied, traveled, been all over the place in professional wrestling. And it's no easy contest when you're in the ring with him. But with the added factor of the fans at ringside, you have to wonder how much his head is going to be into this particular game.
Absolutely. He's got that arm barred. And
nice
now
roll
into
through at that point. Ends up
Now hooking that leg, tying him up now, and looks like he's going for the arms, so stretching backwards, but that time good reversal roll out by Kyle Matthews, float over into a side headlock.
Tried to get a surfboard on him, wasn't able to accomplish it. Matthews able to counter and gain control on Rave, and the fans want Rave to experience the excitement of the outside of the ring. Normally a place Jimmy Rave has no trouble going to.
That leg keeps going out there, and that belt gets awful closer. And there's not just one belt, there's 11 belts around that ring.
And I have a feeling Sal Rinauro will run around to whatever side Jimmy Rave might fall out to. He's been looking forward to this kind of opportunity for a long time.
Well, a lot of people think that Jimmy Rave has needed a whooping for a long time. Maybe the one his mama didn't give him.
Very much so.
And the fans again taunting, throw him out. Kyle Matthews really enjoying this moment as he's had enough of the shenanigans of Jimmy Rave and his Jimmy Rave approved group. And now a handshake, really?
Well, Jimmy Rave doing whatever he can to try to put Kyle Matthews off his game. But at this point in Matthews' career and experience with Jimmy Rave, I have a feeling they're way past the handshake stage.
And obviously these belts popping at ringside are a huge distraction for Jimmy Rave. Very hard for him to concentrate on Kyle Matthews. And that could be a huge mistake for him if he does not. Lock up again and test his strength. Full arm twist into a hammerlock. No, actually a standing wrist lock. Goes for a chop, misses, then a chop applied by Kyle Matthews.
And Rave, forgetting himself, rolls to the outside and whoa, almost caught on that side. Then he experiences the other side. And now fans running after him, whipping away at him. Only a few got blows in. Rave back into the ring, and Matthews is ready. Rave able to cut him off, though.
He's gonna throw
and he
Kyle
throws
out.
Matthews outside the ring,
and no one is touching him.
Well, they're saying hi.
And caught him with that head as a battering ram. And rolls him
and
up
it could
now.
be over right here. No,
thought he had
Rave able to go through, grabs it, taken over by Kyle Matthews. Rave is down, Matthews in control.
I think Jimmy Rave was hoping the fans would strap Kyle Matthews. I don't think that was the intentions. Once again, they want some of Jimmy Rave's hide. You're watching Rampage Pro Wrestling. Great card here on TV tonight. February 19th, live at Johnny G's Fun Center. If you think it's fun watching on TV, come out live. Bring the whole family tonight.
Just think, if you're watching this on TV and you thought, wait, we should have been there at the television taping, we could have been involved in this fan strap match. You never know what's going to happen at Rampage Pro Wrestling. Fan friendly, we get the fans involved every single show. Find out by coming down here and being part of it. Be part of the Rampage Pro Wrestling family.
And they're actually a part of this match right now. And we've always said Rampage Pro Wrestling brings you the wrestling closer than any other promotion. Puts it right in your lap, and right now you couldn't get much closer. These fans are right by the ring.
And Kyle Matthews controlling Jimmy Rave in the middle of the ring. A little disappointing to these fans. They'd much prefer Matthews just toss him out of the ring as quickly as he could. But Rave's doing everything he can to stay in the ring. And Matthews, in his own way, while he'd love to see Jimmy Rave strapped, he also wants to do damage to him himself. There's a lot of pent-up fury in Kyle Matthews, particularly after the strapping Jimmy Rave gave him at RPW Reloaded.
Kyle Matthews had that Japanese armbar applied, and now he's got him as Jimmy Rave has locked him up in the corner. No man's land for Kyle Matthews. He needs to get out of that corner. Nowhere to go. And slowly comes back. Chops him, and now Kyle Matthews returns the favor. Hard chop now, trading chops. Which man will have the hardest chop? Obviously, both men have great definition. And that time caught with a knee cut off.
Oh!
What a drop kick, slurpy drop kick.
Pretty much took his face off, and he's over there.
And look at, he is in a bad place now.
It's a feeding frenzy in the corner. Rave being assaulted by men, boys, girls, fans in general. Now Kyle Matthews out, almost saving him. But no, Kyle Matthews has a hold of a belt, and he's whipping Jimmy Rave, who's back in the ring. And very much worse for wear.
Oh, and now Kyle Matthews is doing something the fans can't even do. He's wrapping around his hand. He's going to use that belt as a weapon.
Oh, wait. Rave. I think he just spit in his face, and now Rave has the belt.
Oh, no. This is how this thing started.
And the match is not supposed to go this way. Referee needs to intervene at this point in the match, and he has. And now, Ben, we're going to have to take a short commercial break. But
Don't
we're
go away.
No, we'll be right back.
We're back watching this fan strap match, and we have tried to stay with the action here as it's continued. Jimmy Rave now with that elbow to the back of the head of Kyle Matthews. Jimmy Rave taking over once he got that belt away from Kyle Matthews, and the referee got away from him. Now the control is gone to Jimmy Rave, and the fans are at ringside close to the ring, slapping that apron, warning for Kyle Matthews to get back up and throw Jimmy Rave out of the ring. Let's go, Kyle, a handful of hair.
Pulls him down by that handful of hair, but Rave obviously feeling the impact of those repeated blows with the belt on the outside over and over by these great fans here at Rampage Pro Wrestling, and now he's going to take it out on Kyle Matthews.
Hard chop by Jimmy Rave. Kyle Matthews is down. Kyle now being kicked to the side of the head, and now that boot as we've seen so many times before. Hard punch to the midsection, but not enough as Jimmy Rave comes down behind him. Now comes up behind him into that camel clutch. Sits on him, pulling that neck back. Has those arms hooked backwards. The pressure going on the spine of Kyle Matthews and that neck. At that time, the power and strength of Kyle Matthews as he stands up and drops backwards.
And Matthews now gets a moment to get a fresh breath of air in. He's trying desperately to get a little bit of second wind. The fans trying to motivate him, and they're getting him to his feet. These fans are as much a part of this match as Kyle Matthews is.
Coming with a chop cut off that time.
And Matthews tossed out, and fans are doing relatively nothing.
Well, Sal is trying to encourage him to get up, and Jimmy Rave is mad. He's like, hit him, and they're not going to do it. These are Kyle Matthews fans and Kyle Matthews people, and they know of all the dirty things that Jimmy Rave has done to Kyle Matthews over the weeks and months that have come before this.
Well, Rave has to be frustrated while he was able to get a little bit of a rest with Kyle Matthews outside the ring. So was Kyle Matthews. Rather than being attacked by the fans at ringside, Matthews had an opportunity. And now, even though caught in the ring, he's had an opportunity to rest. This is a more rested Kyle Matthews than he was a few minutes ago. And you can tell right here that he's trying to get a second win. He's trying to get to his feet, and he's trying to get extricated from this particular move. But, and he manages to do it.
And there you see those straps are going on that backside, coming from the right, coming from the left. And Jimmy Rave decides the ring is a safer place.
Well, and Jimmy Rave has been worn out every time he goes outside the ring, but he's still in there fighting. You can't take that away from him. Ooh, roaring clothesline there. Takes Matthews off his feet. Good move by Jimmy Rave. Again, you can't fault this man, his wrestling abilities.
Absolutely, and a close count there, 2 count. Jimmy Rave underneath all of that mouth and the dirty deeds he does as a great athlete. A former champion in his own right all across the country, and just the fact that he's here at Rampage Pro Wrestling speaks well for this promotion. However, he has been a thorn in the side of Kyle Matthews.
Well, now the pinning predicament, no.
And maintains control now on Matthews. He's got him locked up pretty good with those legs. You know, the legs the strongest part of the body. He's taking full advantage of those legs and wraps them around him. Ties him up so he can't go anywhere. And Matthews sees them circling around like vultures, ready to lynch in on the prey. And Matthews would really like for them to be quiet, and I'm sure he'd like for them to sit down, but they're not going to.
Oh, these fans are as much into this match as Kyle Matthews, as Jimmy Rave. They're as much a part of this as any of these two competitors at this point, as are the rest of the fans in this building, most of whom are on their feet and have been throughout this match.
The fan support unbelievable for Kyle Matthews, and that time picks him up and drops him back on his head. And this could be the momentum that he needs. He gets that breather now. While Jimmy Rave is down, if Kyle Matthews can get it back together, this could be his time to shine. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. 1 count, 2. Not enough. Kyle Matthews now slowly moves back up, and Jimmy Rave backs away that time, dunking Kyle Matthews out on the floor. And it's Jimmy Rave now in the ring resting. and telling the fans to over there and hit Kyle Matthews, and they will have nothing of it.
Well, this is just giving Kyle Matthews a chance to rest, but it's also giving Jimmy Rave a chance to rest in the ring. Not sure whose advantage this is. So certainly not a disadvantage to Kyle Matthews at this point. But there, a headbutt by Jimmy Rave, and he caught him hard with that.
I think it dazed Jimmy Rave as well. Sacrificial move, that headbutt. And Kyle is down. Probably seeing stars right now. This is our RPW main event. Glad you're watching here on Fox, on Cox Communications, as well as My41 TV. Hope you'll continue to watch us each and every week. Glad to be now with the new time slot, 9 a.m. on Fox 24, as well as our regular time slots on Cox Communications, Channel 11.
And there now, TV. Kyle Matthews, all of a sudden, a house of fire. I don't know where that came from, but by golly, it's coming. And here's Kyle Matthews. Oh, you heard that one.
Another. And another, that time caught him. And took him off guard as he took, a slurpee kick. He'll be eating soup tomorrow. 2.
No. Oh, I can't believe Jimmy Rave was able to get out, and he's outside the ring at this point, and he's being worn out by the fans, but he's not going to get pinned out there, but by golly, he's getting abused over and over, repeated whippings by the fans as Jimmy Rave tries to get to his feet.
And those fans are
and now he's back in the ring, but oh my God, what kind of damage was done to him on the outside? They were wearing him out, Ben.
Wow,
suplex. And now Kyle Matthews going up top. This could be it right here.
Kyle now going for it all, top rope. Oh, push backwards. Now straddling that cable on that turnbuckle by that ring post. And that's not a good position to be in for Kyle Matthews.
And Rave proving the experienced veteran that he is, able to cut off the comeback by Kyle Matthews impressively. And now Rave to his feet. No matter how much damage Matthews did, it's still Rave in control of this match. And now he's up and in position for what appears to be a superplex. Not able to hook it, thrown off, and now Matthews back in advantage. But Rave slowly coming to his feet. Manages to cut him off again, and he's going back up top, Ben.
Now you got to set him up for a superplex. Talked about one's going to hit the roof this time. Off the top rope, he's got the superplex. And that could be all she wrote for Kyle Matthews, but you know.
And both men are down.
The devastation as you come down off that top rope affects both men. That move made famous by the Super D, Super Destroyer Scott Irwin.
And the fans on the outside beating the ring with their hands, trying to control Kyle Matthews to get to his feet, but it's Jimmy Rave to recover first, and he's got him hooked right there, but no, rolled through.
Throws him up, 2.
Oh, only a 2 count.
So
Matthews
close.
has it, and he's going for the Hidaka lock.
And that's going to be it right here. He's got it right in the middle of the ring, and he can't go anywhere. The fans are around the ring with the straps. This is a submission hold. If he doesn't submit, he's going to pass out. The Hidaka lock made famous in Japan. Somehow Jimmy Rave got to that ring.
I don't believe he was able to do that. Jimmy Rave able to position himself and throw him through the ropes. That's the first person that's even gotten close to breaking that particular move. But Matthews, I think, released it on his own to set this up right there. Missile dropkick off the top. And Rave taken off his feet, and Matthews is ready and queuing up on him, and it's time, Ben.
The radar is on. The radar is on for Jimmy Rave. If he turns around, it's going to be lights out for Jimmy Rave. Oh, no!
Rave, though, experienced veteran that he is, manages to get out, rolls outside the ring again. Wait a minute, he's running away.
He ran back to the dressing room.
He just ran out of the building.
And now
Sal Rinauro is following.
him.
Now Matthews is following him. I hope our cameras are able to follow that. I see our ringside cameraman's no longer here.
What a matchup here.
Then I'm going to try to go find out what's going on.
Bill Behrens is now leaving the table, trying to find out exactly what's going on in the back as Jimmy Rave ran out of the ring, back to the dressing room, and he was followed by Kyle Matthews. Bill Behrens now going to the back with that microphone, and we're going to find out what he's going to do about this. The camera followed. If you're watching on TV, hopefully we'll have this for you. The live crowd is pumped up. Kyle Matthews had this match won, and Jimmy Rave decided he'd get out of the ring. Here comes Kyle Matthews back out, followed by Bill Behrens. and Sal Rinauro, and obviously there's no Jimmy Raven.